scrapyard of things in books and stuff, and some of the stuff can come to life years afterwards. So it's not always just new stuff, because things can sit around and wait to get a life for a while. You know, it's like a load of body parts. I mean, there's one thing on there called One More Matinee that I started writing when I was a kid on a newspaper. I thought I was going to do an interview. I was sent to interview the cast of a pantomime, Lead City Varieties, and I ended up in the Ugly Sisters dressing room. And I started writing that song when I got back to the office, you know, instead of doing my work as usual. And it never really found a place. It never got done. It never got finished. And slowly, you know, so I'm pretty slow. I'm desperate, really. It's tragic that it should have taken as long as it had, and to have been as ordinary as it was when it was finished. But there you are. I mean, you just have to do what you do. I have no idea what makes things fit at all. What happens? I suppose you become conscious that there may be one or two patterns emerging as you go on. When we were growing up, in my generation, you know, America colonized our entire consciousness. You know, we were brought up with movies and with music. I mean, the country is endlessly fascinating and wonderful people, but you know, endlessly there's always this pain there too. You know, the same old themes. You know, so it's endlessly absorbing, I think, is really the thing about America. But it's fantastic in a lot of ways, and also it's clear of a lot of the things that still hinder progress over here. You know, it doesn't really have a class system. It doesn't really have a lot of the baggage that's come with, you know, the deeper past, you know, the longer past, with the history, of course. You know, it's different. And sometimes refreshingly so, I think. I mean, there's still aching great problems, you know, to be addressed, but I remember when the first album came out, my mum said, well, you were getting a lot off your chest. But, and maybe that is just with there's something a bit pent up and you let it go, you know, eventually. Maybe first albums might be a bit like that. I never spent much time thinking about it. But I think the observer has always attracted me more, you know, which is probably the thing that I liked about the idea about journalism, maybe attracted me, you know, that way, or painting, is that you're just observing something, you know. So some of them are like that, the Money for Nothings or the Sultans of Swings or the, you know, whatever they are, what it is. No, and then there's the portrait stuff too, of individuals. Sometimes you do. More than personal, yeah. So, but the lovely thing about it is there is no law to it, and there is no formula to it. So when you sit down with it, the stuff comes from everywhere, and sometimes it's words first, or sometimes there's a thing that happens together where you feel a phrase musically. Another time it's just something that comes to you musically, you know, and you're always the one, and the writer's always really the one in the background, and I think I like it that way. And the writing side of the whole thing is, to me, is the most interesting and challenging side.